think I got it figured out. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Hello, hello, everyone. How are we doing today? Hello, hello, everyone. Okay, I'm still trying to figure this out real quick, but we're gonna get there, I promise. Okay, now I think I can see people's comments. Hello, Chelsea. All right. So, I'm exhausted today. Anyway, how's everyone's week been? Well, I hope everyone has had a great week. Kind of just going through the motions today. Anyway, I will be doing a couple of spirit-led readings today. Yes, Chelsea, yes. Very weird energy. I have been so tired, like unusually tired. And I am not a very sleepy person. Hi, Patty. And Patty just said, my week's been a roller coaster of feelings. You know what? Yes. Me too. Me too. Like, I think there's a whole lot of astrological energy coming up, especially with the new moon and all these eclipses going on. It just happened to be in my signs. Well, hey, Beth. Hi, Alicia. So like I'm a Pisces sun, Virgo moon, Virgo rising. So like everything feels so chaotic right now. Like I feel like I'm changing. Does anybody else feel that way? Like you're just, I don't know. I feel like I'm about to shed and transform. I don't know. It's a weird space. So weird. Like What I have noticed is there have been things that I've thought like I've healed from it and I've moved on, and it's just kind of like bubbled right back up to the surface. And now I'm kind of like, so did I actually heal from it? Because I'm still up, like, this just really upset me. So I don't know, like, if this new moon energy is supposed to be bringing out old wounds and for us to reflect and figure out where we're going from there. Yeah, Patty. Absolutely. Like, I took 2 naps today. Like, I have a very same routine. Yes, Chelsea, the old wounds. And it's just kind of like they're rearing their ugly head. Hi, Makwa. It's so good to see you too, honey. I think right now, like, it's just like the mother wound that, I am estranged from the woman who gave birth to me. I will not give her, I won't give her the honor or respect of calling her a mother because that is far from what she is. But for the first time in years, I let her get to me. And I'm just really trying to work through that because, like, it just really brought up a whole bunch of old anger that I had for her. But this is so, like, for those of you who have been with me for the last week and, how we're just kind of doing things a little different now, this is it's a safe space. You can, like, talk about it. We're here to support each other. I like to talk about things that upset me so that I can move on, because what I found is, like, the less I talk about things that bother me, the more they just fester and they bubble back up. And even things that I believe that I've healed from that apparently I have not. But again, this is a safe space. We'll talk about different things and how we work through them and try to heal with them. So that's just kind of where I'm at. Exhaustion, dealing with old wounds, all while trying to, like, answer my calling. Like, do you ever just feel so pulled? Like, it's just like this huge push and you just have to go through it. I've been trying to focus on healing, but I feel like I'm being called to, like, I don't know, help other people heal. I guess that's really what it boils down to. I have to learn how to heal myself more so that I can help other people learn and heal too. Give me one moment. So, oh. Well, hello, Justine. Hello. Okay. So Patty just said, I've had anger coming out of nowhere, losing my mom, my kids, and my other dying, blaming me from bad gene from her father. Yeah, it's hard. Hi, Tina. So it's just really difficult. Because, like, I don't talk to her. Like, when it comes to the woman who gave birth to me, I do not speak to her at all. Like, she's just not worth my energy. And I think I'm finding myself to be even more mad that right now, in the last couple days, she's had my energy. And I know that she will never, ever, ever be accountable for the things that she has done to myself or my siblings. Like, she just does not care. So it's just like, Makwa said, I lost my parents and my two siblings. My last remaining one is drinking herself to death. She's my best friend and I'm mourning her and she's still alive. I'm so sad and angry. Yeah. See, like, how, I'm still trying to figure out, like, how, because I've already, like, I understand she will never be what I could possibly need her to be. And I am incredibly thankful that I have someone to call mom. And it's just like, I've grieved a relationship and my expectations of what my idea of a mother should be that I'm not going to get from her. It's like, it's a strange feeling of grieving somebody that's still alive. See, yeah, Patty, that's where I'm at. Like, just in the last couple days, like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I've thought about, like, just giving her a piece of my mind, but I'm like, what does that do for me? Like, how is that going to help me? Hi, Melissa. It's just like, how do you deal with that? Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand, for me as a parent myself. Hey, Sam. How you could justifiably hurt your own children, in your mind justifying it. Like, and then you lack any kind of remorse or guilt, and the best you can say is, oh, well, I know I was a shitty mom. That doesn't even cover it. Like, first of all, you have to be an active part in raising your children to give yourself the title of you were a shitty mom. Like, come on now. It goes beyond shitty. With that being said, I do have to say that I do have someone's mom, as we're talking about the. Yeah, thank you for that, Patty. Patty just says, bringing her into your thoughts is actually giving her some of your energy, which is drawing some of this to you, probably. Yeah, I think I can agree with that. I'm like blown away by the amount of energy that, like, I'm just like, raw. But, so I know we all aren't blessed with having a great mother, but I just want to, I do have a mom here, and I don't know if she's just coming to me because of how I'm currently feeling. But she's like, I can't tell how tall she is. But she's slender and she has long dark hair. And she's got very fair skin. She's kind of milky. And she just keeps saying, I should have done more. And I don't want you to feel so much anger. I made so many mistakes and it wasn't or isn't your pain to carry. Like, she's this mom, whoever she is for, she's just kind of, she's apologizing, and I feel a lot of guilt and shame. But I do have to say, like, I don't necessarily feel like it was her guilt and shame that I'm feeling. I feel like the child is carrying the guilt and shame of her actions. Because the way that I am being made to feel is like no matter what I did as a child, I could not be good enough for her. I feel like there's just like a constant badgering, a constant like just nastiness. I feel like this person heavily like relied on, it was I don't know, I almost feel like an emotional punching bag, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I needed to shut my feelings down and like just take hers on, because she would project her emotions onto me. Would that make sense to anybody? I'm also picking up too, and she says like as she was passing, sorry, hold on. I'm getting the sense of like you still took care of her even though like she was so awful. And like there's a certain amount of guilt that you carry over that. Hey, Shawnee. Hey, Susu. Hey, no worries. I was having so many technical difficulties that I was late to my own I was late to the party too. But we're here. And then Melissa says it sounds like it could be my mother-in-law. So I also feel like this person, oh, Melissa said my hubby is with me and can hear this. I'm getting like I feel like I drank my problems. Like maybe not alcohol, but I really feel like alcohol. I'm getting alcohol. My hubby was her emotional punching bag. Yeah, I feel like she makes me feel really small. And I feel like this is a feeling that's carried on throughout my adult life as well. And like I'm getting a lot of escapism, and to the sense of like she would kids came last. It's just like okay. So he was out of town when she died and didn't make it to her in time. Okay. Would you be able to like what did she do you know if she had an issue with alcohol? Okay. And then Melissa just said she was abusive to all of her kids, especially my hubby. He was always her fall guy. Yeah, I really feel like I just like the way that she's making me feel is like a sense of towering over me, and she's pointing her finger at me and I'm getting screamed at, and I'm just like honestly just don't know what to do. Okay. Not really alcohol, but pills. Okay. Yeah, I felt like it, like I was trying to escape. Because she just says, I chose everything over them. Okay, and then Melissa just said she did do that. She's just saying, she's like, I was too selfish and wrapped up in myself that I could not. She's like, nothing else mattered. It was just me. Her kids were her child support check. Wow. So her message essentially is to your husband and the siblings. She said, I understand if you never forgave me, but I am so sorry. She's like, the things that I see now and how terrible I was. It wasn't okay to make my children a scapegoat for my own emotional problems. Because she's even admitting, she's just like, I was horrible. Horrible. And she's also just saying she still has so much left to learn. She's also saying, she wants the kids to put the weight down. Put it down. Like, don't make, she's like, don't believe the things that I said about you because you know it's not true. And that he's better than she could have ever been. It's just kind of like, she's like, that pain is mine to carry. And know that I'm so proud of you. Okay. So let me see if I can. So Melissa, I don't always hear names, no. Sometimes, sometimes I do, but that's very, very rare. I just want to, like, I'm sending you all so many hugs. Just because I understand. I, I understand. And I think that's why she kind of came through, is just to acknowledge what she's done. I always feel like spirit comes through just right when we need them to. And I feel like a lot of time for me, whenever, you know, spirit comes in, like I resonate with them so well. There's things that oh, I relate to that so much. So Melissa said he carries guilt and he was the only one that ever helped her. I understand that so much. So my grandmother, she is also not a great human. Not as bad as the woman who gave birth to me, but not that great. She has, like, the whole family has distanced themselves from her, and my husband and I are the only ones that really ever help her, which is, like, I feel guilty because in my heart of hearts, I do not care for her as a person. She's done too many things to hurt me and to make me, like, trust. So it's really difficult to have to be the person that cares for her. For somebody who has hurt me in so many different ways and just been downright and deliberately tried to sabotage me. Like, because she was mad that she wasn't included, or she was mad that, you know, that I was leaving, you know, and it just sucks. It, like, really sucks. Even my kids, you know, and I respect their decision. I will never force my children to have a relationship with anybody that they don't wish to. It's hard because, like, even my children don't want anything to do with her because of how manipulative she is, and they recognize that. She was not a kind person, even to our kids. That's so awful. And I feel like she, you know, like, I think she understands the damage that she did while she was Earthside, you know. While though she still has so much left to learn. Yeah. So I'm just gonna, you know, wrap you guys up in, like, a giant energetic hug from me and wrap you up in my light, just because I know it's hard. But nobody, you know, there's no reason to feel guilty, even as complex and hard as hard it is not to. Like, I want to help my grandma because she's my grandma, and I, like, but man, she's just done too many things, and I'm like, so I have to, like, try to cut off that and just be like, you know what, I'm just helping another human and not think about all the rotten things that she's done. But thank you for letting me deliver that message for your husband. I'm so glad. Like, always trust in divine timing. There's definitely a reason he was sitting with you tonight. Okay. So I am going to try to squeeze one more reading in. then we'll get together, not next week. I can't remember if it's Mama Cole or Sarah that's going to be filling in for me. Because I'm going on a very much needed vacation next week. And so I'm going to try to squeeze one more in. And we will get back together and we'll do the full time instead of me having all the technical difficulties. And then Melissa just said, same love back to you. It's hard dealing with someone that's been terrible. I was with her when she passed, and it was definitely perfect timing. Well, kudos to you for being the support for your husband and your children during that time. It was definitely tiring. All right. So I am picking up like a grandpa, but I'm also hearing Poppy. I see a lot of white hair as he steps forward to me. I'm seeing a lot of white hair. It's Poppy. Not like Poppy, but pop. Like Poppy. And Lara said, I called my grandfather Poppy, which is right. So would you understand him having like I just see a lot of white hair. Like he has gorgeous white hair. It's like that's the kind of hair I want when I start losing all my color. I want to say he feels. Patty said that might be my Poppy. Okay, so Lara says his hair was more silver. Yeah, his hair is really white, like gorgeous. It looks like the snow. I'm picking up like really red cheeks too. Really not just like the cheeks, but like his face seems like red. I'm also sensing like that he has some facial hair as well. And I'm also seeing like I'm seeing a lot of blue. Like it looks to me like he's wearing a blue shirt. It's like really stands out to me. Patty says his was white. I'm picking up that he has like a really good sense of humor too, and he just like has a very comforting essence to him. And I'm picking up like a lot of excitement. It's just like from his point of view, I'm just standing here with my arms out, and then like I can see a little girl running towards me. Like we're just so excited to see each other. And I feel like I'm just getting the best hug ever. He had blue eyes. Okay. Yeah, he just winked at me when you said that. feel like he had a really good sense of humor too. I feel like he was playful, like I'm also feeling like he was like the patriarch of the family. And that like he feels so loved. Like he just has all this love to give and put out. Would that make sense to you, Patty? And Patty says, he had a great smile. He's so sweet. He keeps making me feel like something's been weighing you down. Aw. Thanks, Mama Cole. I love you too, honey. Call me Peanut. So, he just keeps saying to me, don't let the hard stuff weigh you down. And then Melissa just says, hi, Mama Cole. He's also just kind of saying she knows I'm with her. I've been letting her know I'm around. Like he's been sending you signs and things. Would he ever like just kind of like boop me on the nose? Because he just does this to me. He's just flicks my nose. Patty just said, I've lost so many people, I don't know who the signs are coming from. He's okay. I'm trying to. It's like, because he's chuckling. And then Patty just says yes. I love that. Did he ever whistle? Because like I'm getting like he's giggling, and the way he's making me feel is like he just kind of like pops up behind me behind my shoulders. And to me, the way that I feel right now is like I feel like his hand is on my shoulder. She says yes, especially in his sleep. Oh, that's funny. So he just says that you need to take a day for yourself. And he's taking me out to like a body of water. I don't know if it's like a lake or a pond. It could be either. I just see the water and I'm kind of sitting out there. I don't like, was he into fishing? Because I'm watching the sun go down, but I could see a fishing pole off to my side. He just kind of shows me like we're sitting down. He was a natural comedian. Oh, I could tell. He's funny. Great sense of humor. But like I see him, I don't know, we're sitting out by the water, like on a blanket, and again I see the fishing poles off to my side, but like we're watching the sunset, and it's just a sense of like, like I really needed this. That's what I'm getting. Because he's like, I'll sit there right beside you the whole time. She said, yeah, but he couldn't catch anything. He would bring Swedish fish home, hook him to the rod, and put it in the water. Ah! That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. He's like, I always had to make the best out of nothing. He's like, even in the worst times, he said, you gotta just make the best of everything. He said, maybe, he said, maybe why don't you just eat a box of the Swedish fish while you sit out there at the water, and then you can laugh because I'm still not catching anything. And then he just says, I love you, kiddo. Oh my gosh. I also have to say, as he like goes off, oh my gosh, the planner's nuts, I think. It's the guy with the top hat and the little eye thing. That's what he just puts on, and then he just like kind of goes and dances off. Mystic, you can go ahead and ask a question. He's had a hard life. He lost 3 of his sons. Oh my. I can't even imagine. Male Gemini energy towards me. I'm not sure that I'm picking up a male for you, Mystic. I have to say, I'm feeling like definitely there's more prominent of a female energy that's around you right at the moment. But I would say that it feels like there's also a male too, but he's not as prominent as the female that is around at the current moment. Okay. So, Patty said he had surgery done with one eye and had to wear it for a year, and then he kept it on because he just thought it was his new look. That's he's so funny. He's still kind of lingering around. He just kind of like made a joke about being a pirate. That's so funny. Okay, so Mystic, I'm a female. Okay. Give me just one moment, Mystic, and I'm gonna try to. So Mystic, is this a younger male that you're? When I say younger, I mean 30 or under. 30s and under, I should say, like 35 and under is for younger. No? Okay. So when I go quiet, just for those of you who are new here, I'm just channeling. I write. That's how I channel. It helps me out significantly. So, is this person that you're trying to connect to like a father figure? No? Okay. So I have to say, like, I do sense that somebody is like, that there is male energy around you. Yes. I'm speaking to Mystic, Donna. Sometimes, if they were very private people, if they were private people in life, sometimes they don't want to, they don't necessarily come forward on like a public event where there's lots of people watching and engaging. I know for me, like I have a few people who are in spirit who just will not come through on a live event. Because he feels private, and I keep hearing not now. I feel like he would prefer to speak in private. That usually doesn't really happen for me too much, but yeah, I'm definitely picking up that he would rather talk in private. And just don't let that discourage you either. Just some people don't like to, they just don't like to be in the public eye. Whether they're physically here or passed on to the other side. All right, guys. So I am going to wrap it up. I thank all of you so much for coming out and hanging out with me. Again, I am off next week, and either Mama Cole or Sarah, I can't quite remember, one of the two will be filling in for me on my Friday night spot. But then I will be back the following week, and I look forward to spending time with you, and we can discuss other topics and how we're working through, how we're feeling. Yeah, just thank you again. I appreciate you guys so much. And again, if you didn't get a reading tonight, just let me know. I'll come back next week, or you can book a private reading with me with that link that's right up there at the top, psychicinsights.live/Nicole Hoop. And you have a wonderful night. And then real quick, Melissa just said, if you ever need a private reading when you are in a right group, I've had a one-on-one reading with Nicole, and she is on point. Thank you so much. It's always such a pleasure when your son pops in. And everyone at Psychic Insights are amazing. Hollis, Nicole, Sarah, Mama Cole. And enjoy your vacation. Thank you so much, guys. That is so appreciated. All right. Bye, guys.